Look at these three floating in open space. No Corvette nearby, nothing under their feet. You cannot do that in No Man's Sky, not without a Corvette, and this is how Hello Games chose to announce Cosmos. But how come there's no emoji? I hear everyone say. It's not missing. It's just not due yet. 5 years ago, Frontiers was announced the same way. Anniversary trailer, name at the end, on the 10th of August. Emoji came 17 days later, on a Friday. We're not there yet. 2 questions and my own answers. When and what? GoodGuysFree here, so let's get started. Quick thank you to my Discord staff and volunteers. So, when? 5 years ago, the anniversary trailer came up on the 9th of August, ending with Frontiers. The emoji did not come until the 27th, and the update landed on the 1st of September. Now, almost everybody doing this maths is out by a day, and I was too until yesterday. Everyone counts from the 10th of August, because the 10th is when we got Cosmos. That gets you to the 27th, but Frontiers was not announced on the 10th, it was the 9th. So here's what I think is actually going on. Hello Games post on the Monday. In 2021, the 9th of August was a Monday. This year, the 9th was a Sunday, so it moved to the 10th. Anchor to the Monday, not to the date, and the whole thing lines up. Frontiers, Monday the 9th, the name. 18 days later, Friday the 27th, the emoji. 5 days after that, Wednesday the 1st, the update. Now run exactly the same thing off Monday the 10th of August this year. 18 days is Friday the 28th. 5 days after that is Wednesday the 2nd of September. Same thing. And a Wednesday is what they do, nearly every time. Not always. Echoes was a Thursday, so was Omega. There's a good theory going around that says this should already have happened. It runs off Steam's 30-day rule between sales and it lands on today. But if Cosmos were landing today, the emoji should have come last Friday, the 21st, and nothing came. And there are 3 more things people are reading as bad news, which I think are all one thing. The Steam store page. The art did change, from the Swarm to the 10-year art. No Cosmos branding on it at all. The trailer exists in 2 versions. Hello Games' own ends on Cosmos. Nintendo's and PlayStation's end on 10 years with no Cosmos at all. And the Steam depots have moved, but everything that moved was images. People read those as a delay. I think they are one simpler fact. The 10-year campaign is the one running. The Cosmos campaign has not yet started. There is a 4th thing in the game that nobody is mentioning. Open your log, look at community research. Mine has 8 days and 17 hours left, which runs out on Friday the 4th. The Quicksilver store has not rotated, and the Twitch rewards are gone. That whole system is parked. So if they are waiting on that cycle, it is not this Friday and the 2nd, it is Friday the 4th and Wednesday the 9th. Either way, the shape holds. A Friday emoji, then the Wednesday 5 days after. Only the week is in question. And if you make me pick a week, I lean to the later one. No clever reason, just that timer. So if you take one thing away from this half, take this. Stop watching the calendar, watch for the emoji. When you see it, you have got about 5 days. Right, now the what. Everybody agrees Cosmos is a space update, and so do I. That bit is not clever, it's just a name. The argument is about what a space update means. Landable asteroids, comets, flying into a star, more planets in a system, owning a space station. I think every one of those is downstream of one thing. And the artwork is showing it in plain sight. Look at the key art again. 3 travelers out in open space. No station, nothing holding them up. And not one Corvette in the frame. You cannot do that. Cockpit or a surface or inside something. Space is the one place in this game you are never allowed to stand. And look at what is flying around them. There are 3 ships in that picture. All 3 of them are fighters, not a Corvette in sight. And a fighter is exactly the ship the game will not let you climb out of. Except that since Voyagers you can, own a Corvette, park it in deep space, get out, walk around. Same from a freighter. That is the game today, and it is locked to those ships. And that is how Hello Games works. They ship something small in one place, then later they make it general. And there is a second piece already on the board. In February, Remnant gave us the Gravitino Coil, a gravity module for your multi-tool that picks up big heavy things and throws them. The game calls it an industrial waste manipulation device, and that is what we use it on, waste. The golden spheres at ruins, sentinel drones, all of it on a planet, which is a little odd, because the one place moving something massive by hand really makes sense is the one place with no gravity in it at all. Here's the bit that made me sure. Look at what they are wearing. Skyborn suit, Traveler's suit, Autophage head. 3 rewards, 3 different updates, years apart. That is not one Corvette crew. That is a decade of players standing somewhere they are not allowed to stand. So here's my theory. Cosmos takes the spacewalk off the Corvette and gives it to everybody. And that is bigger than it sounds because it has to happen first. Everything people want needs you to be able to get out. You cannot land on an asteroid from a cockpit. You cannot explore a wreck you only fly past. You cannot build somewhere you cannot stand. Every single place in this game that feels like a place is a place you can walk around in. Space is the only one that is not. And it is why the artwork shows nothing new, which a lot of people noticed and nobody explained. Every other update's key art shows off a new toy. Atlas rises, the ringed structures, next the frigate fleet, Voyagers, a Corvette. This one shows old suits, old ships, nothing you have not seen. Because the new thing is not a thing, it's a permission. So, 2 predictions, and you can hold me to both of them. A Friday emoji, and Cosmos on the Wednesday 5 days after it, either the 28th and the 2nd of September, or the 4th and the 9th. I lean to the later pair, and the headline of Cosmos is getting out of your ship. Now, I could be completely wrong, and there is a good reason to think I might be. 5 years ago, the whole community reasoned beautifully from the name, frontiers, borders, boundaries, the boundary failures, a break in reality. It was clever, it was well argued, and it was completely wrong. What we actually got was settlements. Nobody had settlements, so hold all of this loosely, mine included. If I am wrong, I will come back and say so. What do you think it is? Tell me below. And if you think I have missed something obvious, tell me that too. If you found this useful, hit like and consider subscribing. Good guys for here, and I'll see you again soon.